Hello.
Wow, this is it.
We're live.
Alrighty. So we're gonna start answering your questions.
Should say who you are.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
we should probably introduce
Maybe.
ourselves.
All right. I'm Antoine. I'm a third-year astrophysics major. We're all on media team.
I'm Sam. I'm a second-year econ major, and that's pretty much it.
I am a third-year film major, African American Studies minor. Yeah. Where are you from, Sam?
Oh, I'm from the great big old state of Texas. Yeehaw, am I right?
Me and I are both from the Bay Area, but she might disagree.
I do disagree.
San Jose is definitely part of the Bay Area.
Maybe. I'm from Oakland, the real Bay Area.
That's so funny. I don't know what separates the Bay from not the Bay.
Mhm.
So
That's another live stream.
yeah, for another time. All right, shall we
Yeah, let's just
dive right in?
get right to it.
Get right to the point. Let's get fact.
Okay. How are roommates picked?
I guess you can choose your own if you want,
Yeah.
or you can go random.
I like to go random sometimes.
Yeah, my experience with random roommates has been nice. My freshman year, I actually found my roommates through the Facebook page. So there's like the admitted guys and girls page and a bunch of other ones where you can just post your bio and then just like message people, see if you like them, and then pick them as your roommate.
See if you like them.
Yeah. And then I met my other roommate in my math class, and then we were just like, hey, let's room together.
Did you go random?
I went sort of random. My first year I lived in Saxon, the suite, so there's like triple, so there's 6 people all together. One of the girls I met during like FSP or admin weekend actually, and then we roomed together, but then everyone else was random. That was probably like my best roommate experience. The rest of them were like ups and downs, but pretty cool. I think going random like works because if you like, I don't know, it's hard to like live with friends sometimes.
Yeah.
Get, like a lot of relationships sometimes.
Yeah, that's the thing is like everyone thinks you like being with your friends is like the best option, but honestly, not all the time.
Yeah. And I'm sometimes the type of person like home is like when I don't want to talk, and like if your friends are there, like you don't not want to talk to your friends.
For sure.
I found my roommates. So being an out-of-state student, there are multiple like Bruin-bound events in your, I guess, city. So I met one of my roommates at a Bruin-bound event, and I met the other one on Instagram, and it actually worked out perfectly. And like we became really like we didn't know each other beforehand, so it was kind of random, but we like picked each other still. But yeah, it ended up working out perfectly, and they're some of my closest friends. So. Yeah, but I know people that like came to UCLA with their best friend from high school and they roomed together, and let me just say they're not friends anymore. So, so yeah, sometimes it's better to just kind of start fresh.
And if you have like a special circumstance where you have to room alone, you should check out the Center for Accessible Education, and they sometimes coordinate with housing to get like special accommodations. So check that out.
But after you, I guess, pick your roommate or like you know who you want to room with, you get their roommate code. And then you put it on your housing application, and then UCLA will put you guys together. Because if you don't do that and you just verbally say, like, let's be roommates, UCLA never knows. Yeah. So make sure you put in your roommate code.
Yeah. The funny part about that, too, is it, like, you know that where the, like, preferences or something like that?
Yeah.
Where it's, like,
quiz.
you can even, like, if you pick your roommate, it still tells you, like, how likely, like,
how
I don't know.
compatible your
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
sleep schedule is
Are,
and
yeah.
like
Room
study
temperature.
habits.
Yeah, I think I was like 70% compatible with one of my roommates.
They actually make you. There's like a minimum compatibility you need.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah.
All right. What's your favorite type of housing that you've been in? I mean, you both have only been in one type, huh?
Well, this summer I did FSP, which is the freshman summer program. So I was in Holly that year, which is like, what is Holly like?
Do you have a shared bathroom?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But no, actually like a communal.
Oh, was it Deluxe?
Deluxe, that's
okay,
what it is.
Deluxe.
Holly was pretty nice. It had air. But I've been in university apartments, so I went from Holly this summer, Saxon freshman year, which I love Saxon actually. Saxon is like really cool.
Yeah.
I like the university apartments personally.
They're pretty hard to get unless you're like a third year with so keep that in mind.
Yeah. I got it
the university apartments.
I got it in my second year. I lucked out, so it's possible, but like I don't even recommend it for freshmen because I think it's when you want to be more isolated. So I think living on the hill is like definitely a part of the first year experience.
Oh yeah, and if you really want to be social, I'd say the halls are the best choice because you share a bathroom, so everyone there really has to like be comfortable with each other, get to know each other. Everyone hangs out in the lounges because the rooms are small. So like if you want space, you sit down at a table in the lounge and put your work out, and you start talking to people that way.
The halls those are your like classic, and those are like Reaper Hall, Hedrick Hall. What else? Sproul Hall.
Yeah.
And then there's also Deluxe, which also has a communal bathroom. So those are some of the.
Those are mostly third years, so they're less social. Everyone's usually settled down in their friend groups by then.
And even like the halls, like sometimes it sounds like, for me, like as an only child, like it sounded like, I'm not gonna do that. But then I found that like, even though I lived in Saxon, I'd be always in like Reaver Hall, like chilling with all the people who lived in the hall. So I think it's pretty cool.
I lived in Reaver Vista, which is a plaza, so it's a triple still, but you share a bathroom with another room. And I think I didn't really know anyone on my floor until pretty much the end of the year, other than my roommates. So I didn't feel like my floor. I know people on my floor that were pretty social, but like for me, I didn't find that to be the case. But I spent my entire fall quarter at Hedrick Hall with my friends who lived there. So I knew more people on their floor than I did my own floor. Like it was weird, but yeah. So I guess it depends on personal preference which one you prefer.
And then like if you just do decide to go to like an admin weekend or Bruin Day, like you do meet lots of people, and that's I think a good indicator of like, like you're meeting like it's like I feel like it's a good in between from going random versus picking someone like you've known your whole life. It's like you pick someone you like kind of know.
Hello, Audrey. Hello.
This is Audrey. All right, we got a question in the chat. In Deluxe housing, how many rooms share a communal restroom? So I'm currently living in a Deluxe. There are 2 bathrooms on every floor. There's one men's and one women's, and then there's an all-gender restroom on the bottom floor. I can't say how many rooms exactly, but there is about 5 bathroom stalls and about 5 shower stalls and like 5 sinks or 4 sinks, and I've never had a problem like there's always one open. I've never had an issue with that.
Yeah, I think for women it's a little harder.
Okay, yeah.
So like I know like my friends like that was like their biggest complaint my freshman year. It's like, oh my God, someone's always in the shower. But at the same time, like once you find like I think maybe the first week might be the hardest. Once you kind of people's schedules like get locked in. You know how some people are always in the shower.
It gets a little more scheduled. I don't really have any.
And those bathrooms like get cleaned. So
like every day.
Yeah.
Oh, also with halls, they're split in half basically. So they're like north and south. So it like divvies up how many rooms have to share bathrooms. So it's not just like so yeah. I mean, I never lived in one, but my friend said it wasn't too horrible.
Yeah, because also in college, like it's really different from high school where, everyone in high school has to get there by 8 a.m. and then you get back at like 3, or like if you have sports, you're back at like 6. In college, people's days can start anywhere from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. So like every quarter, you're going to be on a completely different schedule. So that helps a lot with bathrooms. Here's a fun question. Where do you get dressed after you shower if you live in the dorms? I mean, it's in the stalls. There's like, some of them have like a little bench and like hooks for you to put your clothes. But it's still private. Don't worry.
I had a bathroom. And just like walk out of my bathroom.
Yeah. I like when I lived in Saxon, there's like the shower, and then there's like right next to the shower, it's like the hooks, and like you can put a rug on the ground and you can get dressed there. But also, that's probably when you want to like have that conversation with your roommates about like what you feel comfortable with and what you don't. Just communicating.
Yeah, because a lot of people have different comfort levels, so you don't want to make someone uncomfortable or whatever the opposite of that is.
Is there a curfew in the dorms?
No. But, past 10 o'clock in a lot of buildings.
Communal bathrooms.
Yeah,
all of them.
If you want to like check someone in, say you have a friend coming in from out of town, or just someone else who lives in, like, say you live in like Beaver Hall and your friend lives in Sprout Hall, past 10 o'clock, they have to be checked in. It's not a really lengthy process, but the whole thing is that they can't go up to or enter like the main levels without you checking them.
Yeah.
Which is for everyone's safety.
Yeah, they take your Bruin card and like write down your ID basically, and you have to kind of stay with your buddy like the entire time. It's just for safety. But all of the dorms that don't have communal bathrooms don't have that process, so you can be out as late or not as you want.
Yeah.
So. But during finals week, or I guess it's just finals. There's quiet hours, so you don't have to be back by a certain time, but you do have to be quiet for certain hours of the day, just because people are studying
or sleeping.
Sleeping.
I think there's quiet hours all the time, but they
starting
just get earlier during finals week.
They're later on weekends, and then during the week it's like around 10, 11, and then weekends is like 1:30, I think.
Which I feel like you have to do something like really crazy for it. It's like, it's not like you have to be quiet. Be silent. They just don't want you to make excessive noise.
Don't leave your door open playing music after a certain hour. Don't throw parties in your dorms.
It's like just really knowing what's considered.
Your RAs will tell you more about what they expect. Because some RAs are more chill than others. Some have like different expectations. So just, if it's an issue, just ask.
Heard UCLA was ranked super high for campus food. Can we confirm?
Yes.
Yeah. It's great. Like, I have 19p, which is the I guess that's the most swipes you can get to the dining halls, and I've had that all 3 years, and it's been great.
Yeah.
I think so. I started with 14R, and I did not realize. So I knew that your swipes couldn't carry over week to week, but I didn't realize that you could only have one swipe per meal period. So sometimes I'd want like a coffee, but also like a sandwich, and that's 2 swipes, and I have both. So I switched to 14p, and honestly, like I still had swipes left over at the end of the quarter, and they do like fun deals and stuff where you can like use a certain number of swipes and get like a box of Cliff Bars or macaroons or whatever.
Yeah. I think it depends on your kind of like eating habits, like the meal plan situation. I definitely like, I like to have the option to eat whenever I want. So I also had 19p. I don't eat that much. So like a lot of it was like swiping my friends who came to visit. But I think I really recommend having a P meal plan if you're not one of those types of people who like only eats like strictly breakfast, lunch, and dinner. If you get kind of hungry throughout the day, I would recommend a P meal or premier meal plan. If that's not in your budget, there are things that the campus does to like support you. I know every Thursday, I guess, of the quarter, like they kind of start random places there. There's like a night where they basically give away like, extra food that was in the dining halls, which is cool.
There's also the Swipe Out Hunger Initiative, where you can donate extra swipes to people in need.
There's a food bank in SAC, which is on campus, a little farther, but it's cool.
And I guess going off like back to food in general, UCLA from other campus dining was I love beef as a vegan. But what's really nice is that it's never the same food every day. Like the grab and go places, it is the same every single day, which is nice if you like consistency. But as far as the main dining halls, like the swipe in, sit down, all you can eat, it's different pretty much every day. Or at least for like 2 weeks, it doesn't repeat. So you're never really getting sick of the food. And there's so many options that I never found like, oh my God, I'm so sick of the dorm food. Like I miss it now that I don't have it.
Yeah.
It's really well thought out. And I think like there's just so many options that you just like, you don't get sick of the same thing over and over and over again.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I've been here for like 3 years, and I probably still haven't tried every like smoothie or like every sandwich.
I have tried every smoothie. They're awesome.
Yeah.
So good.
Another thing that really sets our stuff apart sometimes is like we have food over hamburgers, smoothies,
for 2
pizza.
swipes, you can get like a full 16-inch pizza.
Yeah.
For 2 swipes, it's like nothing.
And it's also really inexpensive. Like since I do easy pay because I don't have a meal plan. and I think it's only like $7 or something for that whole pizza. Or
Oh,
like
wow.
it's like definitely under 10. And I remember being like, is this like incorrect?
It's
Yeah.
just for life.
And then we had the study, which is like sandwiches, salads, pastries, coffee. That's open till 1:30 something.
Bajillion-dollar wooden table.
What's your favorite dining room?
That's hard.
It depends on if you're talking about like grab and go or dining hall.
It's a dining hall.
So of the 4 dining halls, I have to say B plate is my favorite. I know everyone bags on B plate, but it's just like nice if you have dietary restrictions because everything everywhere is clearly labeled, but there's just more options. Also, I like their cereal and their salad bar. So
Is that the one where they also have the gluten-free room?
there's like an allergy room.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have like nut allergies or gluten allergies and you can't eat around other people, you can like go in a separate room. So it's very accommodating.
What about you? I think different depends on the time of day. For me, I like Cobell breakfast is probably my favorite
That's
because
good.
I like their omelets the best. But I think Denev and not like the fries or anything. I think Denev has really good salmon, and then the front burner has like really good Mexican food. Like they'll do like chipotle bowls, chicken chipotle bowls, or I think they're good.
I like the veggie burgers.
Yeah.
Never had
That's good. That's good.
that.
Honestly, I spend probably the most of my time in Denev just because its office
Yeah.
is in Denev.
It's very
so
convenient.
it's just downstairs. It's like kind of comfort food from the Americas. They have like Mexican food sometimes, chicken, everything.
But I think my favorite grab and go is definitely Ronde or Rendezvous, but it's Ronde.
When you get here, it's Ronde.
Yeah.
I lived off of their vegan quesadillas my fall quarter. Oh my god, I cannot never eat them again just because I ate so many. And then I transitioned to their sushi, and I got that like every day.
The food is really stuffed.
No,
All right. Is there anything that you wish you knew when you got here?
there's a lot I wish I knew.
Yeah.
I think like 1 or 2 things.
If you have financial aid and you get a refund, like obviously there's a couple of things with that. Like so refunds are basically once your financial aid gets dispersed, before instead of like directly paying your housing, it goes into your account and then you pay your housing. First thing, pay your housing first. Don't like go crazy like, oh my god, I just got all this money, let me go like shopping. No, just pay your rent first. And then with that, if you do have like extra money from scholarships or anything, like really save it. Like I've been guilty of like not saving and like a lot of people get like good refunds and it's like if you would have saved every quarter for like 2 years, you could buy like a car or like like a used car. Like just kind of budgeting well, I think is something that I would.
I feel like budgeting is huge because you don't really have anyone just telling you what you should or should not spend your money on. So I think there was a time my freshman year that I took 50 Uber trips in 1 month. Don't do that. Walk. What else? I feel like my freshman year I definitely didn't get that involved.
Yeah.
And I didn't really know what I wanted to be involved in. I didn't really know what I wanted to do. So it leaves you with a lot of unnecessary free time, which can turn into lazy time, which is not the best situation to be in. So learning from that, it's definitely a positive to get involved. Try a bunch of different things. Like you don't have to be involved in something just for your college application. For instance, you can be involved in truly what you want to be involved in, and it doesn't hurt to try something new. Like don't be afraid. Everyone's trying to figure it out. Lastly, just everyone is kind of in the same boat as far as no one really knows what the heck they're doing. So I guess take comfort in that.
Yeah.
Because I definitely was very hard on myself because I didn't know what I wanted to do. So just taking comfort in that everyone's trying to figure it out. It's a very interesting time for everyone. So enjoy it while it lasts, basically.
That's pretty similar to what I was about to say. Is I think a lot of people get come into UCLA. They're really involved in high school. You have great friends from high school, and you get here and you have to completely reset from square one. and sometimes it's kind of daunting, but just trying everything, hanging out with new people. You're not always gonna like the first people, clubs, or classes you take, and you just like keep on trying new things until you find your rhythm.
Yeah, that's so true. And like, don't be afraid to do anything. You know? Like is YOLO still a thing? Because I feel like it very much applies.
Yeah, and I think just finding security in the fact that, like, specifically as a first year, literally everyone is new. And everyone wants to find people who have similar experiences, have different experiences. So it's like, don't be afraid to go, like, sit with someone in a dining hall, or sit with, like, just go talk to someone. Because, like, more than likely, like, they would like, you know, a new friend or a company or something.
And also, I had the idea, I guess, my first year that, oh, you don't really make friends in your classes because everyone is just focused on class. But honestly, I've been really thankful for the friends that I've made in classes because not only does it help when it comes to study groups, but also like you already have that thing in common that both of you thought out of the hundreds of classes to take at UCLA. Both of you thought to take that class, so you've got to have something in common. So yeah, don't be afraid to talk to people in classes. And get to know your professors. Yeah. That is something yeah.
I've never gotten to know professors.
Really?
Oh yeah, follow through. Like,
Yeah.
specifically if they're in the field that you want to go into, like,
they have so much experience and insight. They can just really help. And also when it comes to like office hours, the relationship that you have with your professor, they're more likely to give you the benefit of the doubt when you get it if they know who you are. Because in like I just died.
Anyway, I think we should hang up right about now. Anyway, so UCLA Housing on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram and like this. And is that it?
If you have any more questions
DM
in general,
us.
Just DM us, tweet us, call us, beep us if you want to reach us, like anything. We're here to help.
You don't have to pay for it.
That's a trademark. We'll find out.
All right.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.